What's going on, Falcon fan? This is your boy Recondo coming back at you with another video. So, day 8 of the 2024 Atlanta Falcons training camp. It was in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium today. Once again, it's the last open practice for the fans, and the fans represented just like they did at Signature High School last Friday. So, guys, it's a lot to get into. Great atmosphere today. For all the other fans that came out today, everybody that I seen, glad I seen you guys out there. Just great atmosphere. I know you guys agree. We got to get see our guys building the chemistry, what we need to see them do, getting ready for game one against the Pittsburgh Steelers in that Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So, once again, the fans represented. I love what I saw from the fans. Um, you just see fans everywhere. On the top, on the bottom, right on the field, and in the stands as well, all around the stadium. Fans was everywhere. So shout out to the fans once again for coming in and representing these Atlanta Falcons. Like I said, it's just a different feel this year from what we're getting from this team. Raheem Morris coming in, Kirk Cousins coming in. The signing of Michael Penix Jr. So you just get to see all the things. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. You get to see all the things about this Atlanta Falcons team. So let's get into it. With that being said, if you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell so you're not dropping another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys are here to talk about. Then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in here and talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So, guys, like I said, it was a similar format from what we seen on Friday and Settinger High School, where there's a lot of one against the twos against the ones. Both quarterbacks, Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins, got a lot of snaps. They did give Taylor Heineke about 6 minutes at the end to go through, but for the most part, it was just the ones and twos going back and forth. Um, it seems like today they did focus. The emphasis was more on the run game, which is definitely going to be a big part of what this Atlanta Falcons team is going to do. And defense need to be able to stop the run. So a lot of more emphasis on the run. Getting run sets in when they was in team, when they was in the red zone. They were really trying to run the ball today. We got to see good runs from all the running backs that was actually participating. Um, all the way down to our rookie, even Avery Williams had a nice run towards the end of the practice. So the run game's looking good. The defense, you start to see the defense once pads come on, see the defense starting to get their feel for it. Like I said, when we talked about how dynamic the offense was earlier in the training camp, it was because the pass hadn't came on yet. So you start to see the physicality from the defense. Shout out to Marco Helms. He took a pretty good solid hit on Ray McCloud today across the middle of the field. It was a nice pass by Kirk Cousins, but DeMarco Hudlin was right there to knock the ball loose, and it got a little chippy. Drake took the fence to high hard to hit him, but it's football, right? Looked like he tried to let up, but it probably looked like it was a little too late. So he got a good hit on Ray McCloud there. Um, You're starting to get to see a lot from the defense. One thing about the defense, you see a lot more rotations, especially in the front. Um, you get to see how they starting to bring Caden Ellis down to actually rush the passer more. So you can still starting to see the chemistry, and Caden Ellis is really good at that. I think it's going to be a lot of pressure from our linebackers. We have at least four great linebackers back there. But the rotation is good. You're starting to see guys starting to get rotations in with Grady and David Amayada. Braylon Trice is getting a lot of reps with the number ones. So just the rotation up front is starting to see it. A lot of people was getting penetration today. So Taquan Graham in the back. Like I said, I saw Braylon Trice making a play in the backfield. Caden Ellis making a play in the backfield. J.D. Bertrand making the plays in the backfield. So you just love to see that the versatility you're going to see. We know that we don't have a dominant, passer coming off the edge, so they're gonna have to generate the pass rush. And the way they're you know building this chemistry, you can see that it's probably going to be coming from all over the field, which is a great thing because you can disguise, pressures and things like that. Some guys gonna have to, learn their roles. It's the big emphasis this year. You keep hearing from the coaches, especially from Raheem Morris, about role define their roles and things like that. And that's pretty much what looks like they're going to try to create guys that's going to be in the game. They're going to do what they do best, and you're going to put those guys in a position to succeed, right? And to where he put it, become their household name, like a Grady Jarrett, like a Jesse Bates the third. So that's what we want to see. But I love the way the defense is playing. You can still see the chemistry from the offense, but it's not as easy as it was early in the training camp. And that's exactly what you want. You want the defense to get wins. You want the offense to get wins. Um, you still see the command from Kirk Cousins being able to command the offense. He did a solid 2-minute drive to put Younghoe Koo into field goal range. And the same be said by Michael Penix Jr. as well. He did the same. He did start off slow, but he was able to hit a strike down the sideline to Rondé Moore to kill the clock and get Younghoe Koo in position to actually kick a field goal. The situational football, we know situational football is probably one of the most important things that you can practice and make sure that you be locked in with that. And in those two situations, both quarterbacks was able to drive the ball down the field, get their team in field goal range. And shout out to Younghoe Koo, who had about 8 field goals today, only missed one. He hit the longest one he hit today was 56 yards. So Younghoe Koo seems like he's in midseason form. You just got to like what you're seeing from this Atlanta Falcons team. Some of the big plays we've seen today, we saw a strike down the sideline to Drake London from Kirk Cousins on AJ Terrell. We saw another strike to Rondé Moore from Michael Penix Jr. So of course we got to see some the ball air out a little bit. Michael Penix did miss a couple. He tried to hit downfield, and we do have some guys still making drops. Rondé Moore had a drop today, so some people that stood out to me today. Cardell Hodge seemed like he caught everything that Michael Penix threw his way. Drake London looked good today. Seemed like he was a little bit more featured today. Darnell Mooney had some great catches. Kyle Pitts seemed like it was less, emphasis on Kyle Pitts today, but we know what Kyle Pitts been doing all training camp. He did have some catches, but it seemed like, it was the effort to get the ball to other playmakers, and not as much to Kyle Pitts. Like I said, most of the emphasis was on the run game today. One of the biggest things that I really liked about this practice was rookies. Some of the rookies stood out a lot. Today, J.D. Bertrand stood out. Like I said, I think he was in the backfield like 3 or 4 times on pressures. Braylon Trice getting reps with the ones. We knew that he was going to be a contributor, but I didn't think he was going to be a contributor this soon, and that he is, putting pressure on that offensive line, getting in the backfield, wreaking havoc. So you have to like that. And then Casey Washington, it's having a great success as well. Like he's been doing all training camp. It did seem like he tweaked his ankle, but he made a great catch on the sideline. And tough contested catch, really good. But he did walk off the field, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I seen him come back out there after that. But those rookies, I think the biggest surprise is JD Bertrand because he's playing behind the other three linebackers who's also playing excellent football as well. But the way he's able to put pressure on the quarterback in practice so far has been really good. And let's see him and Braden Trice, and I think they definitely got to use both of those guys. And Casey Washington, like I said, I think he's been steady throughout the training camp so far. Um, another another thing that I think we need to get excited about is Clark Phillips the third. He's consistently is around the ball making plays. He actually got some run today with the ones, switching in out with Mike Hughes and AJ Terrell. So you know, more he put on film, I think it's just a matter of time before he's going to have to be put on the field. The kid just seems to make plays. You have to he seemed like he's always in the right spot. I think this defense fits his skill set better because it's more of a zone than what he played in last year, the man. But yes, Clark Phillips seemed like to always be around the ball. You heard it from Caden Ellis talked about it, Jesse Bates talked about it. Clark Phillips just seemed to be where he needs to be, and I think throughout this training camp, this preseason, we might start to hear about Clark Phillips getting more and more reps with the first team defense. So um, Grady is back to form. He was in the backfield a couple times today. They still got him on a snap count restriction, so he wasn't out there every play. But for the most part, I think he did. He's looking really good. The running game, like I said, is looking good. B. John looking spry. Um, Tyler Algier looks like he can just look like the bowling balls that he is running over guys. So um, it was really a good practice, guys. Like I said, atmosphere was great. A lot of people came out um, to watch. Like I said, that's just the last open practice we're going to see. Now we get to, depend on our reporters telling us, how practice going. We get to see a couple preseason games where we might not see a whole bunch of starters. So, you know, this season is going to be a little element of surprise for us, which is exciting. And I think it's going to carry out until week one until we get to see these guys live. So I can't wait to see it. I think one of the things that Raheem Morris mentioned in his press conference before practice started was talking about the kickoff. Um, Everybody had an opportunity to look at what it's going to look like in the Hall of Fame game last night. Um, but the truth be told, everybody really still don't know how this thing is going to be. I think it's going to take probably half of the season to guys to get it and make sure. If you look at the Hall of Fame game, it was a couple offsides, a couple penalties on that play, but wasn't no big returns or anything like that. But um, it's a new play, so I think in the end, it's going to be more and more of it get tweaked. So um, that's one of the things I think probably going to be one of the most exciting plays. Bringing the kickoff back into the NFL. Um, from a punt standpoint, they had Rondale Moore, they had Ray McLeod, they had Mike Hughes, and they had Avery Williams all returning punts today in practice. Looked like Ray McLeod might be the first guy up, followed by Rondale Moore. That's who started out the session, followed by Avery Williams, then um, Mike Hughes. So we'll see how that pans on. We know Avery Williams is an excellent returner, but so is Ray McLeod. Mike Hughes had success in college, not so much in NFL. And Rondale Moore just said just a blur. So you can see why they put him out back there to return um, punts. So guys, I mean, pretty much, I think that's um, pretty much everything that happened today. Most of the highlights that I want to cover. Once again, like I said, it's really exciting to see what's going on. And now we just have to sit back and the guys probably they got tomorrow off. They go back in Sunday. They travel on probably on Monday to Miami. Then they'll start the joint practice with the Dolphins before they get into that first preseason game. So I think the biggest thing for our team is to make sure that we try to stay healthy throughout these practices, get better, continue to build chemistry, quarterback, receivers, and things like that. But for the most part, I really like what I see right now from this team. And if you was there, hope you did too. If you guys got any questions, any comments, please let me know. Definitely trying to keep up with this team as much as we can. One thing I haven't not been reporting the roster moves on the back end of the roster. One thing about Terry Fontenot, he's going to continue. Raheem already mentioned this. He's going to continue to bring guys in to get a better look at them. You saw they brought in another quarterback and they brought in another receiver. So I mean, just all those guys on the back end of the roster, giving them a look, see if they could bring something, something to the team that could help us be better, right? These guys is not, going to be a big impact right now, but down the road, you never know. So you like to see the roster turnover. Those guys continually working, bringing in guys to see what happens. So other than that, guys, that's all I have. Like I said, if you got any questions, leave your question, comments, and everything, in the comments, and I'll definitely get back with you. So that's all I have. This is your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Peace.